Good afternoon. I'm Louise Keaton here with artist Forrest Young at Crossroads Art Center celebrating Mr. Rogers' Sweater Drive. Throughout September, we will be collecting new sweaters to donate to those in need in the spirit of Mr. Rogers. And Forrest Young here was especially inspired by Mr. Rogers and has donated 20 prints of his work of Mr. Rogers in this famous scene for the first 20 people who donate to the Mr. Rogers Sweater Drive. Forrest, can you tell us what inspired you to create this work?
Sure. Well, I grew up watching Mr. Rogers on television, and I remember this episode. Of course, it was a rerun, but it was in the 80s. And I've always wanted to use the lyric portraits for fundraising. The first piece I did, the Martin Luther King piece, is James Taylor actually has a copy of it, and he wants to use that each year for a different fundraiser. And so I was hoping that, I could get involved somehow with this one, with this sweater drive. So, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So not only does James Taylor have your work, but one of you could have Forrest Young's work if you make a donation to the Mr. Rogers Sweater Drive. So Forrest, you mentioned that this is a lyric piece. Can you tell us about your process creating this lyric work?
Sure. So what I do is very similar to how comic book artists draw. I actually put a blue pencil drawing down first, and a blue pencil is non-repro, so if you don't want it to show up in the prints, you can just take the blue out, kind of like a blue screen in a movie when they do special effects. And I take the blue pencil drawing, and what I've done with all these pieces is draw directly onto the blue pencil drawing, but what I've just started doing recently is just actually scanning the blue pencil drawing and printing that separately and doing the ink drawing on top of that. So that way, if somebody wants to buy just the blue pencil drawing, they can do that.
That's really creative.
But all of this is made of words. Like, for example, this piece right here is made out of the words to "It's You I Like" that Mr. Rogers and Jeff Erlinger are singing in this scene.
That is so creative. Thank you so much for telling us more about your process. And if you want to come to Crossroads Art Gallery, after you'd make your donation, you can get one of these prints and you can come to Forrest's section over here and use this cool magnifying glass to zoom in, and you'll be able to see all of the words that make up this piece. So just as a reminder, we will be taking donations throughout September, not only at Crossroads Art Gallery, but also at VPM Studios and at Virginia Family Dentistry throughout September. And we're looking for new sweaters and winter wear. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today, Forrest.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
And thank you so much for watching.